Okay, I've opened my ISIS schedule, which is on the right. This is the ISIS schedule. I've opened the Google Docs screen spreadsheet, which is on the left. And basically what I'm going to do now is compare the two. I start with the right. I find the web courses which pertain to me. So I'm going to look in this column. There's the first web course. Is it my course? Come over here. That is my course number. So I'm going to be looking at that, and I'm going to be looking at this one. Both have the same course number. This one also has the same course number, but it is not a web course, so it doesn't pertain to me. Then I'm going to come over to the Google Docs spreadsheet. I find the course number, which is EDE 6325. I'm going to highlight them so that I know this is what I'm looking at. I'm going to compare what's there with what's here. It is the correct number. It is the correct title. Titles go here. Teacher Inquiry Action Research. It is the correct course instructor, which goes here. Crystal Timmons is the course instructor. Sections, I only requested 2 sections. I requested one EOF section. EOF meaning distance learning for students who don't take any on-campus or campus-based courses. EON for those few students that might opt or request to be in a campus-based section of this course. I go to this ISIS spreadsheet on the right. I find the first section number, which is here. And that section number is 3433, and it is the EON section for Alachua County. I'm coming over here. EON, Alachua County is here, and the section number is 3433, so that's correct. Then I'm going to go ahead and look at EOF here. EOF here, the section number is here, which is 4654, and this section number here is 4654 as well. That's correct. When did I want to teach this course or have this course offered? I'm going to look in this column. I had requested that it be in session 1, and indeed it is session 1, which runs from, if you see up here, January 7th through March 3rd. How many shells did I want for this course? I wanted 1 Moodle shell for students who are in both sections, and that is the way I requested. Which shell did I want to be restored? I want the shell for spring semester 2012 to be restored. I don't have the section number, but I know that this course only has a particular number of versions of shells, so I think this is sufficient information. Do I want additional instructors? No. No additional instructors. So therefore I don't have to worry about editing rights. So I'm just going to put in A. Do I want access? If you want access to the course shell to edit before a month ahead of the semester, because that's typically when the course shells are available for instructors to edit or prepare their course shells. Nope, I think I'm good with a month. Not applicable. So I'll simply put in NA. Now I'm going to look, is every shell filled? Well, there's one more shell. There's one more cell that we need to look at. And that is, who is going to be taking these courses? And for some reason, I keep losing it. Here it is. Column A, who is going to be taking this course? This is important, this column, because it determines who is allowed to be registered in this course. So if a request were to come to the Distance Learning office and Chris Cook were to receive it, she would look here in these squares under who is allowed to be registered for this course and see that only TILSI students are allowed to be registered. If a non-TILSI student requests to be registered, she would direct them to go to the instructor or to Allison Adams, who is the program coordinator, to make the request to be registered for this course. Have I filled every cell? I have filled every cell, and every cell appears to be correct. That's pretty much how you do this, and you just do it repeatedly for every course that you're responsible for as a program coordinator. If you see under here 1 of 3 shells, 2 of 3 shells, 2 of 3 shells, 3 of 3 shells, what that means is Vicki Vesio for this particular section has 1 shell. These 2 sections have this shell because 2, 2, that's the same shell. This section has 3 shells. Really important again that you look at column A and make sure you have that correctly entered so that you can have the students you want in the courses and the students you don't want not registered in the courses. I think that's pretty much it. I would appreciate you verifying the section numbers are correct in comparison to the ISA spreadsheet because I have to hand enter those and often I make a mistake. The other sections that are important are making sure you have instructor names in here. If they're not on the schedule, they won't be entered on the spreadsheet. And make sure you have the correct section identified. This is essential because it is published on the Distance Learning website. And as I mentioned in the Friday workshop, Distance Learning has a completely separate calendar. So registration dates for session 1, registration dates for session 2, and registration dates for the full semester differ, as do grading periods, as do evaluation cycles. So it's important that you get that correct in the way that you truly want the course to be offered. The piece of information I have the most difficulty getting from faculty is the version of the shell that you wish to have requested. So if you do not input what version of the shell you wish to have requested, then you will have the most recent shell that was used restored for that course. That's it. Enjoy.